K-pop fans and anime stans are fighting. Cross that off your 2023 bingo card. K-pop is a genre of pop music stemming all the way from South Korea. Stan is a character from Gravity Falls. Stan is also an iconic American comic book writer. And stan is also a term used to describe an extremely devoted and enthusiastic fan of someone or something. And while I am recording this during the American holiday that is Thanksgiving, I had to talk about this drama online. I don't listen to K-pop too often. I listen to it enough, I'd say. I find it pretty good. I can't tell you the names of the girls in Twice, but Stan New Jeans? Outside of that though, I find fangirl culture very compelling. It's what made me make a PowerPoint presentation on Gojo. But either way, very quickly, if you haven't heard, 3 K-pop idols have been getting some backlash lately. A little disclaimer though, I don't really have knowledge of these idols' history in the past of what they've done. I just want to focus on the main situation here where everybody is talking about a video that resurfaced on a live stream where in 2022, Woozi from the Korean idol group 17 talks about some anime that he's been enjoying at the time of this live.
요즘에 본 거 이세계 삼촌 재밌게 봤고, 코미양은 커밋 중입니다 봤고, 그리고 메이드 인 어비스 봤고, 철권 블러드라인 봤고.
Did you guys catch that? He said something in there that angered a lot of fans. He said something that made all his fans rethink his allegiance to them. It's the fact that he mentions that he's been watching the anime Made in Abyss. This is what the stans on Twitter were so quick to freak out about. Because the anime itself is very, very dark. It includes things like torture, gore, has problematic elements of showcasing characters naked, characters that are primarily children. And now with that knowledge and with the fans freaking out, a bunch of news articles and headlines came out with other idol stans claiming to have liked or mentioning the show in the past. NCT's Taeyong, Dex, TXT's Soobin, Ateez Mingi, and so many more idols. And I'm sorry if I am mispronouncing their names. But either way, at the end of it all, it's because of this anime Made in Abyss. Guys, if you don't believe me that this really silly drama is big, it's gotten to the point where newspaper articles and media are calling it a scandal. And see, the issue isn't the fact that they're hating on an arguably good show that also happens to be a show to be really valid to hate on and be uncomfortable watching. Like, if you're interested in Made in Abyss and its controversy surrounding it, let me direct you to a friend of the channel, the Anime Tease video on it. She discusses the show and all the problematic things really, really well, and even discusses how the writer of the show is really, really weird. But this isn't about that. It's about the issue that the fans are drawing this line that if you enjoy something, that might mean that you're a horrible person, horrible human being, scum of the earth. Granted, yes, if you like murdering people, then you're a horrible person. But if you like movies that explore the human mind and emotion and how it gets to the point where somebody does murder someone, to them it means you're a murderer too. Ooh, you like Hunger Games? You watched the new Hunger Games movie? You played Among Us where you kill and betray your friends? I don't know about that anymore. Obviously, yeah, there are horrifying things that are done to the characters of these shows. Some that are gory and unsettling but pushes the story forward, and then others where you're like, was this really necessary to do? Why'd you do that? But again, the story isn't about naked babies. Dex, one of the idols in NCT, talks about how the anime is not for everyone, but he liked Made in Abyss because it was a show that first looked so cheerful, but then had a lot of reveals. How it's about a girl who has received a lot of hurt that she overcame and grew up to eventually reach her goals. Made in Abyss does have unsettling elements in it, but you can still like it while acknowledging the bad stuff in it. I don't fetishize any of this, but I find the show overall very compelling. You can separate fiction from reality. You can not like something that your favorite idol likes. Sometimes, just sometimes. Any big fan base will develop this pack mentality, and these K-pop fans definitely did with curating a list of shows that if you watch any of these, you are a horrible human being. Sometimes you can be too devoted to one thing and you need to, I don't know, develop other hobbies, skills, talents. Educate yourself, expand your mind outside of this echo chamber. Be open to new things, take classes with Skillshare. They're the sponsor of today's video. It's an online learning community, a place with thousands of amazing classes for anyone who wants to explore creativity, from starting a YouTube channel, graphic design, photography, animation, crocheting, starting a business, and so much more. You can find so many courses for your goals or whatever you need. Even way before this video, I've used Skillshare to take Marquez Brownlee's course on success on YouTube. But currently, I'm using Skillshare right now because if you can't tell by my new setup, I moved. Moving out now means I don't get my mama's homemade cooking no more. And I'm basically a fish out of water in the kitchen. I actually said no to buying one of those food processor things that cuts up your vegetables for you because I actually wanted to learn how to properly cut things like meat and veggies. So I've just been binging through the knife skills class, and now I'm currently taking the Think Like a Chef Beginner's Guide to Cooking course. So having an actual course that is made to help and teach you to improve is so nice. Also, the year is almost over, so if you had a New Year's resolution to learn something new, to reach a goal, to start a business, Skillshare for me has been the perfect place to start. The first 500 people to click the link in the description below will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Have at it in the description below, and thank you so much to Skillshare for giving that to my audience. Part 2, girls can be sexist too. Yeah, fellas, I'm siding with you on this one. And no, it's not just because I happen to make anime content and they're hating anime fans, but it's because what they are doing is very, very problematic and we gotta talk about it. I kind of have a degree of shame in making this video because this was Twitter and YouTube's hottest topic like 5 days ago. That's like 3 months in YouTube time. Many others have already talked about the drama, Giguk, Kito, Rev, and most notably, Joey the Anime Man. But respectfully, his video kinda sucked. Don't get me wrong, I support the boys, I watch Trash Taste, and I get it was an unscripted video, but it could have been so much better. Joey, I know for a fact, knows what it's like to have hate on him for liking something. He's had backlash before for owning figurines of characters that look young, especially with the fact that he is one of, if not the main face of anime content on YouTube. But instead, he ended up reviewing an idol's anime recommendation list for half of the video.
This is a really interesting list, in my opinion. So, Uncle from Another World. I watched about 3 or 4 episodes of the show.
The better iterations of modern-day isekai shows. Obviously, nowhere near to the standard of, like, Free Ran or Mushoku Tensei or anything like that, which are, like, genuinely well-written, good shows, even though, you know, Free Ran is not an isekai. He saw Komi Can't Communicate, which, you know, I have a love-hate relationship for. I definitely prefer the manga.
Chat, is this yapping? And then before actually addressing the hate and what these K-pop fans are saying, he prefaces a lot of it with, nothing is going to happen, they don't listen. Just going into it so close-minded kind of defeats the purpose of the video to me. Like, when you have as big a platform as you do to give perspective, believe in what you say it with your chest. He also goes on to talk about like, oh, you think Made in Abyss is bad? Well, there are worse anime, you know? Which I get why he would say that as an argument, but I think the main goal here when people are hating on a beloved anime isn't to talk about how there are other anime that deserve hate, but how anime is also good. Anime and storytelling is so much more than that, and especially how you can separate art from reality. Hell, I used to be a recommendation channel. My very first video on anime, I recommend Made in Abyss. So what's that to say about me? So the hate that these K-pop stans sent to their idols not only stretch from, wow, my fave likes anime, therefore my fave is bad, but it also stretched to, 1, all anime is bad, and 2, all men are bad.
At the end of the day, they will always be men.
Anime fans, especially men, are the worst thing that's happened to humanity.
I want all men to die by tomorrow.
An apology will not fix this, by the way. These men are all sick in the head. They did not consume that out of ignorance. They watched/read it because they liked it.
K-pop really make people defend man who enjoying pedo content.
They should all go into military service as soon as possible.
Is Jungkook really gonna have you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week when you tweet like this?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Another friend of the channel and fellow content creator Brandon R. Talks actually describes the situation on Twitter as well, and simply just stating an overview of the situation, all the hate that he got is insane.
Widely regarded. Do us a favor and K-word yourself.
Of course you wouldn't understand. You are a man.
Of course it's a man defending this. If you have male anime incels on your side, you've gone wrong somewhere.
I want all men to die by tomorrow.
DMing and tweeting at him death threats for a tweet that just describes the situation. This entire situation is silly and horrible, and all of this now condemning men for just liking anime in general. Like, come on, K-pop girlies. Show me that My Neighbor Totoro plushie. I know anime and K-pop overlap a bit. I know that you got that Ghibli merch somewhere. There are scenes in My Neighbor Totoro where the dad in the movie takes a bath with his daughters. Does that make anyone who likes Ghibli bad? Should we condemn Ariana Grande for having a Spirited Away tattoo because that movie shows child labor? I don't think so, but I'll consider canceling Ariana for ruining SpongeBob's legacy. Meg the Stallion openly loves Jujutsu Kaisen and My Hero Academia. Not to say that I'm putting Western celebrities on a pedestal too, but it's all to say that anime is a medium that anyone can enjoy. And now there's just so much hate and condemning of people for liking anime in general. Yeah, if you like anime, you're a weirdo and you're horrible. Here's a tweet of a conversation between two friends that just found out that the other likes anime. I'm not gonna read it, you can pause it to read it, but basically this person found out that their friend likes Jujutsu Kaisen, and now that means they are a pedophile. You must think that as an anime content creator, when I see drawings with characters with big eyes and that have weird noises coming out of their mouths, that me and a bunch of other men just start clapping their hands like a wind-up monkey. I acknowledge that a lot of anime does have fetishization and have so many other elements that are a part of the medium that is anime, but it's also in K-pop, in the entertainment industry. Okay, it's like that I'm saying that all of this is just a necessary evil, which is not what I'm trying to go for. But basically, putting this blanket on top of everything just by hating men, hating K-pop stans, hating anime fans without actually hearing them out is how we got here. This is all to say that bullying sucks. Let people like things and let them be proud of what they like. These K-pop idols, these boys at the end of the day were just trying to share their interests with their fans. And now that is something that they might not want to do anymore. And that sucks.